Chapter 079 Fa Crystal Jade. I have never wandered through the Great Li Dynasty before. I never expected the mortal world to be so vast and beautiful. High up in the sky, a white crane flew beneath the layers of clouds. Below them, mountains stretched out like a painted scroll, cities spread across open plains, crowds swarming like ants. One city after another, one road after another, crisscrossing one another. The entire bustle of the mortal world, the boundless sea of red dust, spread fully before their eyes. Fang Han gazed down from the sky, overcome with emotion. The Great Li Dynasty is not even the most prosperous of mortal nations. Further east lie several great dynasties, most notably the Great Xian Imperial Dynasty under the banner of Tai Min. It has a population exceeding 10 billion, covers 36,000 prefectures, brimming with resources and talented people. That is what a true great empire is. By comparison, Great Li Dynasty is merely a second-rate nation. 10 billion people? How many is that? If they lined up end to end, they could fill an entire sea. Fang Han could not even imagine what the Great Xian Imperial Dynasty looked like, how prosperous it must be. It would not be an overstatement to say its walls were built of jade and its roads paved with gold bricks. Tai Min is the oldest and largest of the 10 great immortal sects. They have a strict, complete system of orthodoxy. Outer sect disciples must go into mortal dynasties to do good deeds and accumulate merit. Based on how much merit they gain, they are promoted to inner sect disciples, even awarded spirit tools and pills. Precisely because of this merit ranking rule, the common people under their rule are far better off than those of other dynasties, and brilliant geniuses emerge one after another. Tai Min is far more powerful than our Yuhua Min. Hongyi Junju knew a great many things. Merit ranking? That is right, the merit ranking. Outer sect disciples of Tai Min travel the world, heal the sick, save the dying, help people slay demons and eliminate evil, deter corrupt officials, and get rid of treacherous villains. They even help common people increase grain yields. All of these count as merit, and every deed is recorded. Every outer sect disciple traveling the world carries a merit ledger, writes down all their actions, and submits it to the sect. This method of assessment is truly fitting for the number one orthodox immortal sect of the Immortal Tao. By comparison, our Yuhua Min pales greatly. When Fang Han compared the conduct of Yuhua Min disciples to what Hongyi Junju described of Tai Min's disciples, he immediately saw the difference in standing. The other 9 of the 10 great immortal sects are gradually learning this system. When Hua Tiandu made such a big fuss recently, making an example out of you and seizing your 7 evils gourd, it might not be unrelated to paving the way for this kind of reform. But Yuhua Min's strength cannot compare to Tai Min's. On top of that, demons run rampant constantly, and other immortal sects interfere. To truly oversee the world, assess disciples, and establish a ranking of good and evil merit, there is enormous resistance. You must know, sects like Xianxia Min, Ryu Jianzong, Wangue Xiandao also recruit disciples in the Great Li Dynasty, Date Dynasty, and Daxu Dynasty. These 3 dynasties are not the exclusive domain of Yuhua Min. Hongyi Junju seemed to have studied the general situation of the world and the various immortal sects thoroughly, and she held no small ambition. Fang Han glanced at her in surprise. Their eyes met for a moment, then both slid away at the same time. The 10 great immortal sects hold an immortal gathering conference once every 60 years, a full Jiazi cycle. First, it is to unite against demons. Second, it is to gauge the progress of disciples from each sect. But only those who have reached the supernatural power secret realm can participate, while disciples on the mountain and river list can attend as spectators. 55 years have passed since the last conference, and the new one is only 5 years away. If Yuhua Min's disciples can gain the upper hand this time, we will be able to take sole control of the vast lands of the 3 dynasties and recruit more disciples. The more high-aptitude disciples we have, the greater the chance more will step into the supernatural power secret realm and become true disciples. I heard Xianxia Min has more than 600,000 disciples of excellent aptitude, so they have far more true disciples than Yuhua Min, rumored to already exceed 150, and the number is still growing. Yu Hua Min has been struggling these years. We are lucky to have Hua Tiandu holding the line. Hongi Junju continued, so, Fang Han, you have really run into great trouble offending Hua Tiandu. He is the current pillar of Yu Hua Min. It is no big deal. If I step into the supernatural power secret realm and become a true disciple, Yu Hua Min is sorely lacking talent. They will definitely value me. Fang Han saw the situation quite clearly. Look. The abyss fissure is right ahead. Get everything ready, we are going down. I once snuck down here before. Deep inside, there are many mineral veins, including the most precious Fa crystal jade ore, guarded and mined by heavy troops of underground demon giants. The reason I brought you here is that you own a Dao treasure, so you can carry an unlimited amount of goods. We can take the chance to make a huge fortune. Far between two mountains, a deep fissure gaped open like the wide, fawn-lined maw of a beast, exuding eerie terror. Hongi Junju pointed at it, licking her lips as she spoke. There is actually a Fa crystal jade ore here. Fang Han felt his heart stir too. Fa crystal jade was a miraculous ore, for it contained innate magical power, and was extremely rare. Legend said that after the ancient war between immortals and demons, when ancient demon lords and immortals flipped heaven and earth with their immense power, their residual spiritual energy fused with jade to form Fa crystal. Magical power was normally only possessed by experts of the supernatural power secret realm. But these stones held it naturally. They could be used to refine all kinds of magic tools, even assist in spiritual cultivation, and improve the quality of pills. Legend said some Fa crystals even held innate grand formations. A single piece could be refined into a high-grade spirit tool, even a precious treasured. Generally, even the 10 great immortal sects owned only a handful of Fa crystal veins. A single Fa crystal was worth as much as a natural spirit pilled. Since that is the case, let us go down. But since there is a Fa crystal jade vein here, it will definitely be heavily guarded by underground demons. Even a great Azura equal to a supernatural power expert will be stationed here. We must act quietly, not make a big show of ourselves. Fang Han knew full well the stakes. Go! After finalizing their plan, they urged Crane Fairy to dive straight down into the fissure. At the same time, Fang Han donned the blood cotton demon robe. Though this spirit robe was not as good as the serious smoke, it was very useful for warding off attacks. At the same time, Fang Han moved his mind, and the 10 Shura in the Huangquan diagram stirred restlessly. They passed through the narrow, pitch-black fissure and fell deep into the abyss. After roughly the time it took to burn a stick of incense, Crane Fairy glided and landed on the solid ground. This underground world was far more vast than any expected. Fang Han could even see peaks rising one after another across the underground plain, covered in tall mushrooms and fungi. Countless demon beasts lived here, hunting prey, forming a far crueler food chain than existed on the surface. Whoosh! The moment Fang Han landed, more than 10 gusts of wind suddenly burst forth, bloody shadows shooting out with ferocious killing intent. More than 10 blood wolves pounced straight at Fang Han and Crane Fairy. But just as the blood wolves leaped into midair, their bodies suddenly split clean in two. 10 demonic shadows had appeared beside Fang Han, wielding sharp sword light. In a single flash, they cut through the wolves like rotten straw and killed all 10. Next, the blood crystal in the skull of each slain blood wolf was plucked out, and all their essence blood gathered into fine threads that shot into the Huangquan diagram inside Fang Han's body. A blood pill the size of a sesame seed condensed in the Huangquan holy water. Why is the blood pill only sesame-sized? It is not even enough to fill the gap between my teeth. Fang Han shook his head, and silently asked Yen. The essence blood of blood wolves is not thick enough. You need to kill strong beings like Xianxias, flying Xianxias, Shura. Yen sniffed the air. That woman beside you is right. I can smell a Fa crystal jade vein here. Keep going east. I smell a great amount of demonic energy. Fang Han, what is this? Hongi Junju was startled to see 10 Shura floating around Fang Han like writhing demonic shadows. These are 10 flying Xianxias I captured last time. I refined them into Shura and fused flying swords into their bodies. They are now deadly magic sword puppets. With them guarding us, we can stay safe even if we run into a demon army. Let's go, we head east. Along the way, the 10 Shura drifted like shadows, reaping life like a meat grinder. Within 3,000 paces of Fang Han, every venomous beast like blood pythons, blood bears, and blood wolves were killed without exception. The 10 Shura were like 10 gods of death. Small blood pills were constantly refined, but all were pitifully small. Fang Han paid them no mind and kept pushing forward. Yin scanned the area with magical power and often found rare spiritual herbs in hidden spots. Slaying beasts, collecting herbs and minerals as they advanced, they traveled comfortably and without risk. Roughly half a day later, Fang Han was just about to sit down and rest, when suddenly a straight sword light shot straight up from the distance, like a brilliant aurora dot. Ah! That is sword art from another sect. There are other sect disciples cultivating down here, most likely fighting demons. Let us go take a look. This sword light is as bright as a shining star. It looks like the style of Xianxia men. Hongi Junju cried out in shock after seeing it. Xianxia men. Fang Han's interest stirred. Let's go, we'll take a look.